Hello everyone, I am Shikha Parikh from Sri Vasisht Vidyalaya. Today, I come here with the new topic of Social Studies Class 5 that focuses on freedom struggle before Mahatma Gandhi. So let's start. First of all, we will learn about social reformers who are known as social reformers. So people who reforms the society. Okay, it means who makes the society in a new form, that is they are known as social reformers. So we are going to learn about some of the social reformers in this chapter. First we are going to learn about Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Now, who is Raja Ram Mohan Roy? So Raja Ram Mohan Roy is also known as maker of modern India, or we can say father of modern India, because he was a great scholar and an independent thinker. More or less, he has founded Brahmo Samaj. He was the founder of Brahmo Samaj, and he was the one who abolished Sati Pratha. Now, what is a Sati Pratha? So, Sati Pratha means it was an old practice where a Hindu wife burnt herself on the funeral pyre of her husband, and due to his and due with the help of Lord William Bentinck, they both together abolished Sati Pratha, and like this way, this kind of evil practice came to an end. Next, we are going to learn about Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He was one of the most radical socio-religious reformers in the history of India. He was the founder of Arya Samaj and he abolished casteism. Now, casteism means in the ancient time, people of India, they were used to differentiate it on the basis of their caste. But Swami Dayanand Saraswati believed that everyone is equal and everyone should enjoy equal rights and opportunity. So he was in a favor of abolition of the casteism. Next, the next social reformer is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He abolished child marriage, as well as he believed that all castes are equal. There should be no differentiation of people on the basis of caste. There should be no rich or poor. There should be no higher caste or lower caste. Everyone is equal. Uh, Next, he also uh, in a favor of widow remarriages. Okay, widow means a girl or a lady whose husband has died. In the left side picture, you can see one lady wearing white sari. So she is a widow. But in a ancient time in our India, there was no uh, act, or there was uh, no permission of the woman whose husband died. She can't remarriage. Okay, if she want also, then also she can't remarriage. But due to the efforts of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he changed the society, and then after, lady who wish to remarriage, he she can remarriage with her own wish. Then again, he focuses on women's education on in the society, because he believed that if a woman is educated, then she can educate the entire family. So like this way, these three are the major social reformers of our India. Okay, now next we are going to learn about Indian National Congress. Formation of the Indian National Congress, popularly known as INC. Now, who founded the Indian National Congress? Who was the founder of Indian National Congress? So, Alan Octavian Hume, A.O. Hume. He was the founder of Indian National Congress. He founded INC in the year of 1885. Now, why there is a need for the formation of the Indian National Congress? So, Indian National Congress have been formed to draw the attention of the Britishers on the problems faced by Indians. Okay. Now, my next question is, who has joined this political party? Children, Indian National Congress was the first party in the history of India. So, who has joined this party? So, people from all over India, they joined this party. Okay. Now, if we are talking about Indian National Congress, then it has been divided into two groups. First one is known as moderates. Now, who are moderates? So, moderates were those who aimed to solve the problems through discussion, meetings, and repeated requests. They believed in the British sense of justice. They believed that if we put up our problems in front of the Britishers, then definitely they will understand our problem and they will give proper solution to us. So, they have a full faith on the British sense of justice. And the leaders of the moderate groups were Surendranath Banerjee, Dadabhai Nauroji, and Badruddin Tayyabji. These three are the main leaders of moderate group. Now we have one another group. It is popularly known as nationalists. Now, who are the nationalists? So the members who did not approve the moderate approach, means they are not agreed with uh, the leaders of the moderate group. They believe that if we want to get our rights, then we have to fight against the Britishers. They did not believe in the British justice system. And the popular leaders of the nationalist group are Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, and Bipin Chandra Pal. These three are the main leaders of the nationalist group. Now, policy of divide and rule. Before going to start policy of divide and rule, let me just give you one information regarding nationalist group leaders. Okay, their names are Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal. From the name of these three, the nationalist groups are also known as Lal, Bal, and Pal. Okay. Now, let's start the policy of divide and rule. Children, we have already learned that Britishers, they have their own army in India, and in their army, who were working as a soldier, most of Indians, they work in the Britishers army. Okay, Indians were large in number as compared to the Europeans, and Britishers always have that kind of fear that if all Indians, they will be united, then we could not rule over India for a longer period of time. So Britishers skillfully used the policy of divide and rule. Now let's start. So basically, Lord Curzon was the officer who introduced the policy of divide and rule in the year of 1905. Okay, he wanted to divide Bengal because at that time Bengal was the richest state of India, as well as it covers a very large part of India. So he wanted to divide the people of Bengal so that on the basis of their religion, specifically they divide the Bengal on the basis of their religion, because they don't want Indian to be united. Okay, so this person, this officer, Lord Curzon, he divide the Bengal into two parts, West Bengal and East Bengal. Okay, east part for Muslims and west part for Hindus. But this event was not a good sign for Indian history. Okay, due to this partition, the Hindu-Muslim, the division seeds have been sowed, and people from all over India, everyone opposed this partition because they don't want to be separated. They don't want to be divided. So everyone opposed this partition, but we could not we could not get a victory, and at the last, Bengal has been divided into two parts. Now, next, let's see the Swadeshi movement. What is the Swadeshi movement? So, the Swadeshi movement was originated in the year of 1905 after the partition of Bengal, and it continued up to 1908. The chief leaders of the Swadeshi movement were Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aurobindo Ghosh, Veer Savarkar, and Bipin Chandra Pal. Okay. Now, basically, this movement was against the products of Britishers. Okay, Swadeshi movement. From the name itself, you can easily identify that in this movement, we have decided that we will boycott the British-made goods and we will focus on the goods which have been uh, manufactured by our domestic industries, indigenous industries. So, like this way, we can oppose the Britishers as well as we can attack to their financial position. Everywhere you will find out the scene that in which everyone is boycotting the British made goods. Okay, so like this way we opposed the Britishers. We started opposing Britishers, and by the time we were on the way for getting our independence. Okay, so like this way the whole journey towards the independence before Mahatma Gandhi came to India has been uh, organized. So that's all for today's session. I hope you all understood this session very well. Please go through the video session and please review this session. Thank you so much.